Hello, this is Tons, and I welcome you back for the first time to play Nioh 2. Yeah, I know that's weird. You're asking yourself, whoa, what's going on? Well, we're starting over.
Once upon a time, a giant man with horns appeared in a distant village. The villagers welcomed him with joy, believing he brought blessings from the spirit world. However, as time went by, they began to fear him. Tormented by the villagers, he began to attack them, until he came to be dubbed a demon. One of the village youths decided to make a stand. He gathered a multitude of golden stones, forging them into a blade that gleamed with an otherworldly light. With this mysterious blade, the invincible demon was cut down at last. The young champion who slayed the fiend entrusted the blade Live on, my child. Be strong.
Ah, you have got big, have you not?
I just can't wait to see how our child turns out. All I know is that there will be no limit to their potential.
Something I wanted to mention before that I just forgot. Because, I mean, yeah, I talk and I talk a lot. But I try not to say anything during the cutscenes, but I be having thoughts. It'd be hard now. Okay? It'd be difficult for me. Alright, we're gonna be good to go. But what I forgot to mention was how...
I hope their eyes will be just like yours. You know how I love your eyes.
Oh no. I hope our child has eyes as beautiful as yours.
But it just... maybe I misinterpreted, but it just didn't seem like the giant horned guy did anything. You know, like, it just seemed like the people just decided randomly to turn on him. So, it's kind of messed up. Maybe they meant to make it sound a certain way, but it ended up sounding like they just turned on him randomly. And I was thinking that in the previous video, but I just forgot to say something. So you may be asking yourself, what's going on? Like, why are you doing yet another video? Like, why are you repeating some videos? And I don't know. I felt like I needed to do some things different. And it wasn't just about Nioh, it was just in general regarding my channel. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to start with Nioh. That's how I'm going to do it. So this episode is pretty much just going to be the character creation. I just want to take you through this. The dialogue is great. The fact they have dialogue in this, it is, in my opinion, the best character creator I've ever seen. So much effort went into this, so much detail. Most, if not all, options are very seamless. They all seem to fit.
I can't wait for the day I get to brush my child's hair.
If they're anything like their father, they won't want to sit still for you.
But all the options seem to fit with one another organically.
I wonder if their hair will take after me. You wouldn't want a child as unkempt as me, would you?
Oh, what are you saying? I like your hair. Oh, one day soon, I'll have to teach them all about makeup.
It's important to look one's best on the battlefield. If we have a son, I will raise him to be strong.
There's plenty of time for that.
I mean, it's just incredible.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, this is the best character creator I've seen. But that doesn't mean it's absolutely perfect. It doesn't mean there aren't things that can be improved. Like, obviously, there's aspects that can be improved.
I wonder, what kind of child do you think we'll be blessed with?
Well, there is no need to be anxious. I know they will make us proud. If it's a girl, I'm sure she will be beautiful, just like you.
Well, we'll see.
So I think that's all dialogue that happens in here. And I really think the dialogue is a very nice touch. But I would have to give this character creator a 10. I would have to. Does that mean it's perfect? No, there's no such thing as genuinely perfect. You can always improve upon something. But if we were going to go by that, there'd be no sense in having a scale of 1 to 10 because we'd never use 10. But when you can just hit randomize and any one of these characters look, you know, they all look feasible. They look natural. They look right. You can't say that about every single character creator out there. In fact, most of them can't even handle seamless traits. They can't even handle that. What I mean is, even in Nioh 1, even though there's no character creator, at some point you can customize William. And I really didn't, because the facial hair seemed like such a mismatch from his actual hair, which is a common problem with character creation. It's a very common issue. And I'm sure most people can ignore this, but for me, it's just kind of, it annoys just enough to where I'm like, okay, I'm not, I'll just choose no facial hair. Or every now and again, you'll be able to find like one combination, like one or two combinations that actually work. And look at the presets. I mean, they look fantastic. They look fantastic. And they don't all look the same. A lot of games, if they even have a preset, most of the time you get one default at best. And sometimes, even though they only have one default, that default will look terrible. But in this, I mean, I wouldn't keep this dude's hair. I mean, you could if you want. But every one of these presets looks good. This is probably my favorite looking preset though. No joke. I mean, just look at them. I mean, I like him too a lot. Probably because of how much he reminds me of my dude from Tekken, Heihachi. Now don't get it twisted, I do not play fighting games really, and Tekken is no exception. I do not. I have no interest in playing Tekken, but I like the story. Like Heihachi was the one that got me into the story. The dude's just intense. He's just crazy and intense. Just look at him. I mean, even if you're gonna say, no, Tons, not every one of these presets looks good and natural. I mean, I would disagree. But you, at the very least, you gotta say most of them do. Most of them look like genuine people. And you saw the randomizer. You saw that in action. That's one of the truest tests of a character creator. When the randomizer can give you a feasible character as far as appearance. And again, they don't all look the same. I think I can recall a character creator where the male and female models, it might have been two to four models, like 2 or 4 choices as in terms of presets. And I'd swear that the male and female models were basically the same models. I mean, even this one, I mean, God, like they just look organic, like they belong, like they don't look slopped together. They don't look thrown together. That was a rough model. But even still, when they're rough, they look better than most characters out of other character creators. Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to have two characters. The sister and the brother. And we're going to use the sister for auxiliary type things. Things that are not about the campaign. So we're going to make her first, especially since she is the eldest in the story anyway. And then we're going to have her do the tutorial. I'm just blown away. This is the randomizer. This is random. And they all look good. You would wife each one of these chicks. Don't even lie like that. Wifey, right there. Look at that. Wifey. Scary wifey. But that makes you want her even more. It almost makes me wonder if there's some kind of internal algorithm. Like it's not completely random. Because these random characters just seem too put together, don't they? Anyway, for reasons, fortunately, it seems that we already have our character. Now what's weird is it did not save her light outfit. And I like her light outfit. Wait, what was her name? Okay, good. For a second I thought I accidentally put her mom's name in because they're so close to one another. But allow me to introduce you to Tomoe, or see, I did it. I said her mom's name. To Tomoze Yamimwanga. Tomoze Yamimwanga is the eldest child of Tomoe Yamimwanga, née Gozen, and Yasuke Yamimwanga, as well as the elder sister of Ogu Yamimwanga, being 7 years his senior. On the day it was told to her family that Ogu was in danger while still in his mother's womb, she decided to solidify her family bond with Yasuke, who was not her blood father. After a conversation with him, she cut her face on his axe, in the same place he was cut when he fought to claim her as his daughter against her blood father, who had come to kill her for political reasons when she was only 2 weeks old. Tomoze was practically a prodigy, and she trained smarter and harder for someone her age in the months leading up to his birth. His being Ogu. If she were able, she would help Ogu fight the demon trying to kill him. While their parents always supervised and guided them, Tomoze was the one primarily responsible for training her brother. This would be crucial in her mastering things herself. She couldn't fight in battles like her parents, but still wanted to contribute to the house, so she apprenticed as a hunter and butcher. Tomoze also, while her brother had taken a liking to their mother's weapon, the odachi, favored axes. Not just a great axe, like her father, but also smaller ones as well. As soon as she was able, she served in battle and proved to be comparable to her parents. After her first battle where neither of her parents were present, she stood over top of multiple bodies, all three of her axes covered in blood. And from there she was known as the Baroness of Butchery at the age of 15. At some point, the army she traveled with happened upon an Oguchi-no-Makami, and they wished to banish or kill it, but Tomoze instead challenged it to a battle of spirit. It was an idea inspired by the fact that her brother had a similar battle before he was even born. She defeated the entity, but instead of banishing it, Tomoze said it was free to do as it pleased, and so it chose to bond with her. And I cannot apologize enough for my poor pronunciations, even with names that I came up with, and my poor ability to read, but I hope that was somewhat enjoyable for you. So let's get to that tutorial, shall we? Let's get it. Now to get to this tutorial, kinda gotta die. But maybe it's just me, but man, that music sounds like Witcher 3 music. Straight up. Like, equipment menu. Here you can confirm and change your item shortcuts and equipment. You can also confirm the currently equipped Guardian Spirit and Soul Cores, but not change them. But since we're gonna die a lot, you'll get to hear the music. Let me know if I'm crazy. Or crazier than normal. Quick attack, square. Strong attack, triangle. The quick attack is fast and doesn't consume much ki, but only causes light damage. The strong attack is powerful, but consumes more ki and lowers your guard. If your ki reaches 0, you will not be able to attack until it recovers. We do not have the best combos right now. Lock on. R3, switch target, right stick. This will move the camera if the lock on settings are set to not focus on the target. When you lock onto an enemy, your camera stays focused on the target. It also displays the target's health and ki. These settings can be changed. Oh, biscuits. There was no screen. It didn't tell me to read anything. Oh, you jerk. You don't have to do all that. Switch stance. High stance, mid stance, low stance. High stance emphasizes attack power. It allows for powerful techniques. Mid stance is good for defense. It has a wide range of techniques and is easy to use. Low stance is good for dodging. It doesn't consume much ki and also maintains your guard. Okay. I did not read fast enough. Nothing like scrolling to show you that you suck at reading more than you thought you did. So it maintains your guard as you move. Okay. I usually don't use low stance, but we probably will. Yeah. Like high stance tends to be my favorite for the damage, but it does eat your ki. Which I gotta say, Nioh 1, because I didn't know any better for nothing, man. I was terrible on ki during the very first stage. Because I didn't know. I didn't know what ki was. I didn't know what ki bursting was. I didn't understand any of that. Grapple. Triangle. Next to a human who is out of ki or down yokai. Grapple a human who's out of ki or down yokai to deal them a powerful blow. Now the thing about this is, if you can, what you really want to do in this situation is knock them down. Like when they're out of ki, tap them one more time so they go to the ground and then devastate them with triangle, rather than just hitting triangle right off the bat. That way you can get more damage in. Ki pulse, the thing you've been doing this whole time. No. Ki pulse. While blue lights gather around you after an attack, a ki pulse recovers your ki. The amount varies based on your timing. The maximum amount is determined by your ki gauge. And all you gotta do is attack once to do that. Yokai Realm and Purifications. Yokai Realm, another world born from the yokai. When you are in the yokai realm, your ki recovery speed is greatly reduced. Conversely, the powers of the yokai themselves are enhanced there. Purify. By successfully executing a ki pulse within a yokai realm, you can cleanse and dispel that yokai realm. Which is simple enough, like swing once and just do perfect ki pulse. You'll get it right back, just like that. I didn't think I'd ever get ki pulse down, but now it's like second nature. To the point where, and I imagine there's people that are way better at ki pulsing than me, but I'm pretty sure I do it sometimes, like perfect ki pulse, without even looking to see where it is. I'm pretty sure I do. Not all the time. Not even regularly. I'm just saying that I do it at times. Burst counters and burst attacks, the new features of this game. Consume one of anima to unleash a burst counter that varies based on the guardian spirit currently in use. The brute burst counter transforms you into a yokai temporarily and then unleashes a powerful attack. If you manage to interrupt the enemy's burst attack with this move, a large amount of ki damage will be inflicted. Now this is a new game mechanic, and I do not have the timing now to save my life, as you can see, because he hit the bejesus out of us. I mean, all the bejesuses flew out of us when he did that. Oh, that was not right. You're supposed to be using your red stuff, man, so I can learn. You gross, whatever you are. Wow, you are being a jerk. Wow. He killed us, technically. We died in a tutorial. Gross, man. Would you do your red thing? Your burst attack. Well, we learned nothing from that fight. Because I'm terrible at that move. I can admit that. I'm 100% terrible at the timing. Yokai shift. Circle triangle when the Amrita gauge is full. R1 circle while in yokai shift to end the yokai shift. When you perform yokai shift, your health and ki gauges will be replaced by the yokai shift gauge. While in the yokai shift state, your melee attack power will be increased and your health and ki will not be depleted by attacks, falls, or traps, as your yokai shift gauge will decrease instead. excuse me. The yokai shift gauge will also gradually decrease as time passes, and when it empties, you will return to human form. Now, I'm pretty sure in Nioh 1, even if you ended Living Weapon early, you would lose all your Amrita. Or you'd lose the whole gauge, I should say. You'd lose your entire Amrita gauge to charge up another Living Weapon. And I remember being upset about this, I think. And maybe I just didn't know how to do it, but I was like, it sucks. You can't just end this prematurely and save some of that gauge for later. It looks like they may have added that feature, which is a good thing, in my opinion. And this has been Tomoze Yamimwanga. And she will be, if we do videos like for Kodama locations, which I know there's other videos for that already, so it's like, why make another one? Especially, given my lack of status. Well, part of it is so I can just get more comfortable making videos. That's part of it, if not the main reason. So videos that don't have to do with the campaign, probably gonna switch to Tomoze, and all the main stuff will be Ogu, and I hope you'll join me for both. I appreciate you being here for this. Like, as always, I thank you for joining me. Please continue to enjoy gaming, and until next time, take care.